Oh, hello there. Welcome back to Northernlion. Starts to establish a new streak in the Binding of Isaac, hopefully. You know, I didn't necessarily do fantastically. I mean, I know that I lost on that last run, but that being said, I feel good about it. I gave it my all. I'm happier with that loss, or I should say I'm not happier. I'm prouder with that loss than I have been with a lot of my victories over that streak. Toothpicks, okay. Time for me to actually demonstrate a little bit of knowledge here. So, toothpicks are a special item that provide you with no effect. Thereby, it's not good to take them because it makes it more unlikely to get other special items in the future. So we'll re-roll toothpicks and we'll get Kamikaze. And weirdly enough, that's still somehow better. That's the Binding of Isaac in a nutshell. You know, never let... People are always, like, leaving in the comments here, even when I win, like, 15 runs in a row, Northernlion's no good at Isaac. He still doesn't know this very minute fact about the game. I'm learning, alright? And I occasionally get people that leave messages and they're like, oh, you know, don't bother leaving your feed... Or, not... Sorry, let me take this from a different zone here. One second, I'm gonna unicorn horn, grab this, and then we should be able to run out and save a little bit of HP, but they'll be like... Northernlion, I have some advice for you. Maybe you should take it and stop being as dumb as a 3-year-old, and then they leave their advice, and then occasionally I get a tweet later, and it's like, hey man, why didn't you like look at my advice? And then I look at the comment, and it's like, you called me a toddler. Of course, it's like, hey fatty, you want some advice on how to lose weight? Well, you know, keep track of your calories, you know, exercise regularly, and try to make smart choices with respect to your meals, you fucking beluga, right? Like, you gotta couch your criticisms in some civil discourse, otherwise it's unpalatable, right? It doesn't matter if you're having filet mignon if someone wrapped it in bread, you know, leavened from human shit. Anyway, long story short, I don't even know where this rant started. It's been a very positive time in the Binding of Isaac series. Now, I know stem cells is not necessarily a beloved item. Shot speed upgrade is bad, but I still pick it up for the HP. We can leverage this into more damage, maybe via a deal with the devil later. We ended up getting basically nothing of value on that floor, but I still think we handled it properly. I still think it was right to not take the toothpicks, and obviously there was no other rerolls available for us there, so I pretty much, you know, did what I could. We ended up getting one of the worst HP upgrades, but at least it is an HP upgrade, and that's basically it, so let's move along, shall we? And hopefully we'll be able to find our boss room and still have enough room to maybe get another reroll right afterwards, or this champion or this room will drop a key as a consumable, close enough, sort of. And that would allow me to, you know, actually go into this item room, but no such luck. Alright, things not shaping up fantastically thus far, but as we are on the second floor, the world is my oyster, you know? It's like that whole new world scene in Aladdin, the Disney film, where he's taking Jasmine on the magic carpet ride to, let's be honest, probably have a better chance of perhaps engaging in some coitus later. There's nothing wrong with that. People have done, you know, much less things for coitus, absolutely. First things first, though, let's see what we've got here. What I'm getting at is it's a whole new world. The second floor is anything could happen. It's really just, you know, it's open season on potentials. It's like being, you know, the valedictorian of your high school when you're 17, 18 years old, whenever you, or however old you were when you graduated from high school. Imagine you're the valedictorian. The world's your oyster, right? What do you have going for you that's negative? You're young, you're smart, probably in reasonably good health, if I had to guess, on average at the very least. And then, you know, as you get older, those possibilities start to close and your health creeps up on you. And then eventually, you know, you're stuck at a dead-end job and you're like, what the hell happened? I got a 98 in AP Chemistry. Anyway, and then you end up playing Binding of Isaac on YouTube for 803 videos straight. No, I don't even know what episode I'm on right here. Now, is it worth taking Lord of the Pit? I think so. We also got the pentagram from the boss. Kind of an expensive pickup, but that's not necessarily the end of the world. I am concerned about our HP, and I think deservedly so, but let's check out our item room. We do have a reroll available, luckily, thanks to how this turned out. And, you know, we probably will just take Sacrificial Dagger, but before we actually cross that bridge, I think it might be smart to come in here, and the secret room should be adjacent to this too. We get the shovel, so we will take Sacrificial Dagger. We'll definitely end up re-rolling the shovel to become Sister Maggie, which is fine. I don't know if Sister Maggie is a special item. Whether it is or not, though, I decided to go with it. Now, I think we can leave this room. Oh, yes, we definitely can because we're flying, and still be alive. So how do I feel about this floor? You know, -2 health, pentagram, Sister Maggie, Lord of the Pit, Sacrificial Dagger. I'd say we got the better end of the deal, but we are in a bit of a dodgy spot for the rest of the game, or at least for the near future. let's get back to full health and head down to the next floor while I recaffeinate a little bit. Curse of Darkness doesn't really matter to me because I don't have map and compass now. Or map or compass, I should say. Map and compass would be wonderful, but we got a long way to go until that becomes a plausible kind of outcome for us. So, what do we need? Desperately, the most important thing, the most pressing matter for us is keys. You probably thought I was going to say HP, and you're not totally wrong about that either. It would be very nice to have some more HP, you know, be a little safer. But we need keys so we can actually continue to improve as best as we possibly can. I totally screwed myself out of being able to go to that mob trap room by actually taking damage against flies, which is something that I'm not very proud of, I will admit. But, you know, we've kind of made our bed, now we have to lie in it. Hopefully we'll get some keys, maybe some red hearts here, and we'll be able to make this work better for us. Well, we didn't get the red hearts, but we did get the keys. If we get enough money, we may want to go to the shop instead of the item room, but because we are on a Curse of Darkness floor, I doubt I'm going to be able to find the secret room, which is probably how one would expect me to get to the amount of money necessary to actually buy something useful at the shop. And the one time I actually need red hearts more than any other consumable, they choose not to drop, but that's okay. For now, at least. Rusted Key has 0 effect. That might have changed in the Steam branch of the game that has been updated, although I doubt it. I think I would have heard about it by now. But you'd be surprised how easy it is to stay ignorant of goings-on in the Binding of Isaac when you don't read as many comments as maybe you should have. But I'm blazing my own trail here, slowly but surely. And I'm really eager to get a win. That's good. I'm really eager to get a win to start a new streak, you know? Is it worth taking the sack of pennies? That's a very interesting question that I don't necessarily know the answer to just yet. Could this be the secret room directly below us? No, I don't think it can be, actually. So I'm trying to visualize it in my head here. So, could this be the secret room directly to the right of us there? I don't think it can be. But we're, like, at a... not a dead end, but pretty close. This can't be it, can it? I've done some weird math here in my head. I feel like there's no rooms that are actually adjacent to 2 rooms. Yeah, like this one isn't. So I mean, I'm gonna try, but I'm pretty sure it can't just be like here either. Okay. Weird. I think I may open this golden chest. I'm not happy about the fact that I did, because that key is not worth 1 red heart. I mean, in like shop value maybe, but in terms of the actual effect that it has on our run, no. But we'll see what we get in our mob trap room, and maybe that will make me feel a little bit differently about things. The most frustrating thing is that we know, we at least got a key back, so basically we went through this just for whatever consumable we're gonna get next. And this could have been a way to generate like an extra 1/3 of a reroll charge, but there's no way I'm gonna be able to actually get another reroll anyway, so what's the point, you know? That was really stupid damage of me. I should probably pick up this half red heart so I avoid, you know, just getting killed in the caves part 1. Run is not going fantastically so far, but we are in decent offensive and defensive position with respect to everything but our HP. Damage is fine. Ability to fly is always good. Sister Maggie does what it does. And, yeah, I mean, apart from that, that's basically all we've gotten, but we are only 2 floors deep. Am I going to take the sack of pennies? I still don't quite know. I'm like leaning towards yes, so we can maybe go to 1 shop, but is it worth going to 1 shop? We could probably go to 1 shop anyway, just by getting enough money and finding a secret room. But we'll see if we want to reroll our boss room item more than we want to reroll sack of pennies. Because if that's the case, then we'll end up taking sack of pennies. If we get like a shot speed or a range upgrade or something here, then we'll probably mix it up. We got 1 bomb on this fight, so let's use 1 bomb on this fight and make it go a little bit faster. I would be very, very surprised if we had earned ourselves a deal with the devil on this floor. That being said, if we did, I would very much be open to the possibility of getting a HP upgrade followed by like a 1 hard deal with the devil for Mom's Knife, for example, Common Cold, the Mark. Those are typically 2 hard deals with the devil, but we'll see. And there we go, back to full health. Probably shouldn't have taken so much red heart damage by thereby screwing myself. It's okay though. Cat of Nine Tails, so that's gonna be our reroll, and it became the better shot speed upgrade, but still a bad one. Those have, maybe it's just because now I'm aware that they're bad, but I seem to be seeing those all the damn time now. Cat at Nine Tails and the magic 8-ball. Anyway, it's down to the next floor, and to be honest with you, we're starting to run out of time a little bit. We'll use our death card, which should make this fight go a little bit faster at the very least. And maybe HP? No, okay. At least we did get a key. There could be a shop for us. Oh, I forgot I had burnt penny. We should look for secret rooms as well. There could be a shop in the cards for us on this floor. I mean, there could literally be a shop in the cards if we get a hermit card, but that's kind of a little bit more of a fringe case scenario. So I'm gonna just go over here. We got another penny and another bomb. The bomb did not drop an extra penny, but that's okay. Or sorry, the other way around. The penny did not drop an extra bomb, but that's okay. I still am relatively confident here, because remember the Isaac, you know, the MO, if you will. That was a pretty good chest that dropped at the end there. Just live long enough so that you get the item, you get an item necessary to carry you to victory. That's my overarching Isaac strategy. And we're not quite there, but we're, you know, conceivably only a few items away from being there. Lots of money dropping now, I guess, because we had to take the sack of pennies. And I had a horrible moment there where I was like, wait, did I actually take it? Yes, I did, thank God. Okay, so we've gotten plenty of keys and plenty of money on this floor. Apart from being on the catacombs, the floor, or the troll engine, I should say, has been quite nice to us on this floor. But of course, the most nice thing they could possibly do is just give us good items in the actual rooms that we're about to face. Hopefully that happens, but it's nice to have a nickel as well. And we have picked up something stupid like 8 bombs over the course of this floor. So, I really hope we don't run into greed. And that's fine. It's not greed, it's the coin purse. So this is interesting. I am going to fight the boss first because it's a little bit more... It's easier to know on a boss fight whether the item is a reroll or not. Whereas with the coin purse, it's a bit spotty. I'm actually thinking that what I might do, and it seems a little brazen, but I'm thinking I might buy that pill that's in the shop, take it and see if it's good. And if it's like an amazing pill, then that would sway me a little bit more towards actually wanting to get the coin purse. Because if there's 2 or 3 of those, or even 1 of those in there, then that would be amazing, right? I am really bad at not taking red heart damage. Holy crap, I could have actually died here. I can fly. Why was I worried about the rocks? That was really, really bad of me. But that's okay. We got meat, so we know that we don't want to reroll that. Let's check out our pill situation here. Please be good. It's bad gas. I think we re-roll it, and we'll take Nun's Habit instead. That's a good pickup. I think it was important to re-roll it in that case. It just swung me knowing that bad gas was in the rotation. And the other thing is, we might only be able to get an item from 1 or 2 shops. We might only have 1 or 2 shops that actually don't have a mini-boss in them. So, you know, if we really want the best possible payouts from shops, and we do, it had to be a reroll, basically. So, I think that was probably the right decision. Maybe I cost myself 2 HP upgrades and 2 tears upgrades by picking up Nun's Habit, but Nun's Habit might be worth 2 HP upgrades and 2 tears upgrades. Like, not the equivalent of those, it might literally be worth those via the rerolls. Anyway. Still got plenty of keys, so the item room is an obvious stop for us here. Meat was pretty much the best HP upgrade beyond an all-stats upgrade that we could hope for, I would say. We don't know what that pill does. That's okay, though. We got Little Steven. Little Steven's okay. We're gonna see if maybe there's I was hoping... Wow, that's a lot of money. I was hoping that maybe we would get... Oh, you know what? We're just gonna hurt ourselves to go to this boss trap room. I'd rather I do it than they do it. So we're not going to pick up anything. We're just going to... Let's look for the secret room at the same time. So we'll, like, put a bomb right here. And... Didn't work, but that's okay. We can go inside of here. That's another HP upgrade, so this was well worth it. I was going to say we'll look and see if there's a blood bank or something like that. But it was actually much smarter to just hurt ourselves, because I really doubt there'll be a blood bank, and we have a reroll available, so this seemed like a smart idea. If I'm going to reroll Little Steven, it would have been smarter to reroll it before coming into this room, but... That's okay. I still don't know if I'm going to reroll Little Steven. It's okay, is my feeling on that item. And okay is... Oh, man, that was scary there. I probably should have been hit twice, but that's lucky on my part, I guess. Okay is the scariest item when you have the D6, because it's good enough not to need to be rerolled, but not good enough to be a no-brainer, you know, avoidance reroll thing. So the stars is a free key for the next floor, basically. And we'll take the pill, let's see what it does. Balls of steel, quite nice. Still not totally sure about this whole Little Steven situation. I think I may reroll it. And if we end up not being able to have Little Steven, is that the end of the world? Absolutely not. But maybe it'll give us something amazing in return. So let's reroll it. And we get an HP upgrade. I think that's preferable. shoot the fires to see if we can get more bombs. We've already gotten a ton on this floor, but it never hurts to have more. And we've got some business to attend to on this floor as well. We can look for a secret room. That is it right there. Could have saved ourselves a key by just bombing our way into the shop, but that's okay. It's not the end of the world. We can buy another key before we leave this floor. We picked up plenty of money. Let's keep moving on, just in case there's something of value here. And there actually is. This room, not only 2 cents, but possibly 2 bombs as well. And, well, there's one. And, the curse room, which I can get a reroll for. I actually got 3 cents and 3 bombs. That's quite nice. Let's see what we've got in our curse room here. 2 chests. 1 is bombs. The other one teleported me to a deal with the devil room, where I would very much love to have a reroll available right now. Let's put it that way. I can't justify taking either of those with our existing situation. So that's going to do it for that floor, but truth be told, we got 3 HP upgrades, plenty of bombs, and the Nun's Habit, which is, you know, enough to have me start feeling a little bit more confident about this run, especially if we can get at least 1 arcade over the course of this game. Well, if I'd known that I could... Oh, you know what? I can hurt myself to get a reroll. So we'll lose a Spirit Heart here, and then we'll come in and reroll these items. And we get a cheaper ability to fly. You know what? I'm going to do it again. We basically got unlimited rerolls here. Well, not unlimited, obviously, but enough rerolls to get some good items. Now that we've taken the Pact, I don't really want to risk it by taking so much damage to try to get another reroll here. I think that's fine. That was a pretty good swing. We traded 1 HP and a few bombs for the Pact. That's totally excellent in my mind. So, good plays there with the boss trap room, and with the deal with the devil, we got kind of lucky, but so be it. Luck is the name of the game, one way or the other in Isaac. Depths Part 1, thank God we're not on Necropolis. That one guy just, like, muscled his buddy right out of the game here. That's okay. Come on, little Isaac Zambi. You come down this way, you know, ideally. There we go. And this is a much harder way to kill you. I don't know what I was thinking. There we go. At least we have a shot speed upgrade, so that was easy enough. Now, we do have a reroll ready, which is good because the item room's here. Thank God we didn't get an XL floor. This means, you know, potentially deals with the devil still await us. PhD, I think it's good enough. I've oftentimes undervalued it, and I think the reason I undervalue it is because it sometimes shows up in the chest, and I'm like, well, we're probably not going to get any pills for the remainder of the game, so brr. But I think this early on, especially, you know, knowing that there's already a Balls of Steel pill in our rotation, PhD could really, really help us out, so I'm not going to reroll that. I think it's... I don't even think I need to explain myself, quite honestly. I think it's demonstrably good. So, we probably will open up this golden chest, and it's a speed upgrade, which effectively means it's a reroll, but let's check out our boss room first. I totally forgot, by the way, to use that stars card to go to the item room. We can always do that on the next floor, though. Save ourselves a key at some point, at one point or another, I should say. And I'm really excited about that speed upgrade, not because I want a speed upgrade, but because it's a reroll pedestal, and golden chests have a very nice habit of paying out with attribute upgrades, and we can still very much use tears, damage, and HP, so no matter what of those 3 it would choose to give me, I'd be happy to receive it. Let's just hope that it actually does pay out with something useful and not just a spacebar item that I have no interest in. And there we go. Obviously, this was going to pay out with Little Gish. I'm happy to have it. It's a decent familiar. Now we reroll the speed upgrade, and it becomes Blood Rites. So this is where the nightmare starts, I suppose. Hopefully we don't run into greed on this floor. We have enough money to definitely buy something from the shop. And Compass, I think, is the obvious one. But now if there's a coin purse, I would probably not sneeze at that either. But we'll see. We can get the coin purse in a variety of different ways, I think. So we don't necessarily need to rely on getting it from the shop. We can get it from a boss room. One of those rare items that you can get from both a shop and a boss room. We have a mob trap room here, which we will definitely visit, assuming we don't take like 4 hits. Actually, it would only be 2 hits against this guy to take us out of contention there. But we're not going to get hit by him at all. So, see what our tinted rock contains. It's a key, which is a very good trade. And that's a speed upgrade, but to be quite honest with you, that's exciting as a reroll pedestal as well. That's what this floor is, apparently. Speed upgrades nobody wants. Now, what do we reroll? Do we reroll Blood Rites, or do we reroll the speed upgrade? I'm going to reroll the speed upgrade because I like this pool a little bit better. That gives a skeleton key. And of course, I mean, we knew this had to happen, right? As soon as I didn't take Guppy's tail, I was going to get stuck with, well, not stuck, it's a good thing, but I was gonna get hit by Skeleton Key at some point. It's a quality problem to have, but of course now I wish I did take Guppy's Tail. That being said, if we had taken Guppy's Tail, we wouldn't have gotten the PACT, so it's not like an objectively terrible thing. We still got a good payout. It was probably just a slightly worse payout than we could have otherwise gotten via Guppy's Tail. Which, admittedly, Guppy's Tail, long-term, probably would have paid out with more stuff than the PACT has given us. More benefit than the PACT has given us, I should say. And another penny here. I'm really enjoying Burnt Penny. It's paid out with a staggering number of bombs so far. That's good stuff. One thing's for sure, it was certainly the right decision to reroll the speed upgrade inside of that mob trap room instead of the blood rights. Unless that pays out with like Mom's Knife or Polyphemus or something like that, in which case, fuck me, I guess. In a good way, though. Not in a gross way. So, you're gonna be dead and nobody will ever remember your name. That's encouraging. And we're starting to make some very good stuff happen for ourselves in this run, but we're still very low on HP, which is problematic. Pretty low on HP, I should say, which is problematic. Rerolling Blood Rights gives us Monster Manuel. A little bit of a blessing in disguise, maybe. It's a terrible item, but at the very least, we've gotten our libraries a little closer to paying out. And since we have the Nun's Habit, we can probably get rerolls enough to turn at least one library into a double item room at some point. If libraries eventually show up, which obviously as of yet they haven't, but that's okay. So, more pennies for me. And I was gonna say, the shop had to be around here somewhere. Now I want golden chests as much as is possible, but we probably won't have the opportunity to get Guppy's Tail again. We might! I mean, it could show up in the curse room, I think. But we'll see. Steam sale. That's terrible. That's rerollable. Is it worth rerolling this item more than rerolling Monster Manuel? A lot of people are gonna say no, because they'll be like, Steam sale is like actually half decent, whereas Monster Manuel is just god-awful. And you're not wrong in that, but I do think it's like, this is probably our last shop, so if we want to get shop items, this is probably our last available opportunity to do so. So I feel like it's better to just reroll this. Obviously, the ladder isn't really what I want. Instead, I'm looking mostly for a compass and map, etc., etc. And of course, this is one of the few floors where there's no way to hurt myself easily. Is there fire somewhere? I think there's like fire in the secret room. I guess I could just use bombs and hurt myself to make it happen, but I'm doing this to get more rerolls, and it's a weird way to handle a run, but that's okay. There we go. We got the compass for that, so we can just leave now. We could hurt ourselves some more, actually, and in doing so, we would have a pretty good chance to reroll the Monster Manuel. We might as well try that at least once. I mean, we have more than enough bombs that we could possibly even know what to do with. Yeah, let's give it a try. So, I mean, I really doubt that the second secret room's going to be around here, but we'll give it a shot, huh? Might as well get two benefits, if possible. Monster Manuel, we have rerolled to the bomb bag, which at this point I'm just going to take, even though it's not very good. I'm not going to hurt myself anymore to try to make this run work. I'm going to get those red hearts. I thought about being super lazy for a second, then I realized it would be a terrible decision. So how did this work out for us? I mean, we got the compass. That's great. We got little Gish. That's fine. And we got Skeleton Key, which really, I mean, it's great, of course, but its quality really depends on how many golden chests we get and what those golden chests have in them. Because we probably already had enough keys to go wherever we wanted, but this is important nonetheless. Bomb bag, pretty much worthless, but it is better than Monster Manuel, I suppose. And we're not going to go to the curse room right away. There's a boss trap room and no arcade on this floor, so we're going to try to do our standard, you know, dipsy doodle, go to that boss trap room, then get our HP back, and then finish the floor type deal. I'm going to use the stars card if we have a reroll available, but no place to really spend it, if that makes sense. One more room will give us a reroll charge, no matter what. So, after this, we go to the curse room, and in going to the curse room, we're going to lose some HP, but we might be able to snag a Deal with the Devil item. And we've taken a lot of Deal with the Devil items already. We've seen a lot of them, at the very least. We've taken a couple, but that would maybe make it more likely that there's only, like, truly amazing ones left in there. Maybe? I don't know. Let's get ready for this. I really hope that this shop is nice for us. We're just going to take the mark. As much as I would love to engage in some funky reroll tactics, the mark is too good to just, you know, look a gift horse in the mouth on. And now we might as well use our stars card because we have a reroll ready. And this might prove to be pretty smart because the white feather is obviously something we don't want. We reroll it to Mr. Boom, which is another thing that we don't want, but at the very least we saved ourselves maybe a full reroll charge by doing this. This golden chest contains a half red heart. Some money over here, which is doubtlessly going to be probably completely worthless. That was some of the worst damage I've ever taken. But hey, PhD, finally able to do some work here. We won't take this yet, just to wait and see what it is first. Full health. Okay, that's why I didn't want to take it right away. So we'll reroll Mr. Boom. It becomes the bean. We'll pick that up and put it back down, but first we're probably going to end up fighting. Yeah, I mean, it's not a surprise, let's put it that way. I had a pretty sneaking suspicion that greed was going to be in one of these shops, and there's really only one shop remaining, wasn't there? So, plenty of bombs here, I'm assuming. And so far, the prophecy is coming true. Now, the real nice thing, and I don't think it's... Actually, I should say I don't know if it's actually possible. You know what? It's not possible for the secret room to be there, because we already went to the curse room, and there was no spike that would have led us to that secret room. I was thinking maybe we can go into the boss trap room without doing something super funky. It's okay, though. So, we will murder you, and we have another pill, and we don't want to take this right away. I don't know what it could be that would irritate me, but probably best just to save it for a little while. It's a health upgrade, so we'll take it right away. We'll pick up the bean, put it back down, and re-roll it. And that's Dead Bird, which is not quite good enough. So, let's talk about this full health pill for a second. What am I saving this for? It's one of two things. It's either after I hurt myself, I'll walk into the boss trap room, pop the full health pill, and pick whatever item they've got for sale. Well, not for sale, for pickup there. And in that way, I've like really minimized the risk in going to that boss trap room. Fair enough. But if possible, I'd really love to not do that, and instead just do what I normally do, which is like get enough red hearts on the floor that I can, you know, fight it out in that boss trap room, and then get full health when I leave, basically. Or have some spirit hearts to back me up on my way in. That would be fine, too. But I'd really rather save this full health pill for as late in the game as is possible. Use it like a sun card, effectively. Which, seriously, drastically improves my chances of success. And I think that's a much better way to handle things, if possible. It might not be possible. We are in Necropolis. Fairly difficult floor. Might end up, you know, getting ourselves in dire straits at some point. But whenever we use it, that's how I want to use it. But we are getting pretty low on HP here. But we were going to hurt ourselves anyway, so I guess it's not the end of the world. We'll just use this full health pill when we need to, basically. And I really hope that this reroll actually pays out with something more useful than the Dead Bird. Dead Bird is not god-awful, but it's pretty bad. We'll see. We've already used 3 or 4 here already. But let's see if maybe we can get a little bit lucky. Miter, that's good enough, absolutely. So that's going to increase the rate of spirit heart drops. Probably increases our chances of success, like 5% by itself, which is nothing to sneeze at for an individual item. Now, combine that with the lucky horseshoe I shoved straight up my asshole right before the video, and we should be in a good position here. We got 2 red hearts, 5 red heart containers, a full health pill. Plenty of offensive and defensive power, minus the fact that our HP is fairly low. We do want to get hurt on this room, because this is the boss trap room. But I hope that there's a spirit heart in this chest. I mean, as a result of the miter, that might actually work. So hit me. Thank you. And now don't hit me again. If I end up dying like this, I'm not going to be happy about things. At all. You should be dead. Thank you very much. Okay. Spirit hearts. No. Money. That means bombs. And another pill, which is balls of steel. That's perfect. Balls of steel is actually exactly what we would have wanted here. Beyond just like a second full health pill. So this will protect us on our way in. And I will take Squeezy for the extra spirit hearts. But also for the tears upgrade, which is nice. Our damage is doing quite nicely. We've got a very kind of like traditional Isaac run going here of just stacking damage and stacking tears. It's not always how wins happen this day and age, so it's always nice to go back. You know, you say traditional, but traditional is like your, you know, pot roast, mashed potatoes type dinner, but you don't always have pot roast and mashed potatoes. This traditional has become rare in some cases, and not every Isaac run that I do ends up, you know, following these exact same conditions. So it's an easy peep fight because it's basically perpetually slowed, which means that it just stays in the same place whenever it jumps. Tarot card is the Magician, which is not fantastic, but that's okay. So, Full health. That's extremely important for us in the future. But for now, we're moving on to this mom boss fight. And I'm sincerely hoping, again, as you might expect, it's not rare, but I'm sincerely hoping for HP tiers and damage. I'm not even sure how much more of those we could actually get, but if we can get them, I'll take them. And we're in a good position on all consumables. That was a hell of a spider shot there. I can't even be mad. As long as we don't move, the blue nubs don't notice me. And we can just sneak out like that. There's a golden poop just in time to be totally worthless. And a weird run so far. I mean, I said traditional, and I do mean it, but it is a weird run as well. We haven't gotten, you know, quite as many seams to open as we normally do on an Isaac run, despite having Nun's Habit in D6. That's okay, though. I think we ended up making it work fairly well regardless. And this will be our last soiree with the Burnt Penny, which is fine. We're doing a lot of damage, as you can see. Maybe a little bit of a misrepresentation of how much damage we're doing, because I did manage to hit Mom's foot with Sacrificial Dagger a lot there, which does a lot of damage. People have told me, by the way, that Sacrificial Dagger doesn't actually block tears. It's only an offensive orbital. If that's true, that's news to me, but that, you know, keep learning every day, right? Okay, don't use this full health pill yet. If that is true, that's super neat, actually, because I would have expected it to just be like a basic, straight-up upgrade over your existing orbital. But if it actually has like its own effect like that, that's pretty interesting. We do get a wire coat hanger. I think it's a pretty good item. Many people actually do disagree with that, at least from what I've seen in Twitch chat, but let's move onwards. Wound Part 1. Overall goal, for now, don't take damage and get your red hearts back to full health. Hopefully, keep having your spirit hearts to back it up. But I really am a little nervous about our red health at this point, because not because I'm worried that we're gonna die necessarily, but because the later we can use this full health pill, the much better our chances become. If we are able to use the full health pill on the chest instead of on the womb, our chances of winning go substantially up, I would say. So the more HP that I lose here, and I have been losing quite a lot, the much lower our chances become. Now that could be a very interesting pill. Let's see. I know it's a new, oh, it's not a new one, it's another health upgrade. So, I mean, this makes full health better, which is wonderful. But it would be nice to maybe get a second full health pill as well. These guys can't hit me, I think. Sacrificial Dagger will hit them, though. So as long as I have a clean break, we can make it there, and it's good to go. All right. Now, our first boss is going to be Conquest, which is always shitty. That being said, because we can fly, I should be more protected than your average run. But this is probably the greatest threat I could have imagined to my full health pill. So, just be safe here. Oh, are you kidding me? That still hit me. All right, well, on the bright side, we do have the PhD, so if I get hit once more, I can maybe hope to get another full health pill in the future. It's been poor play on the Wound Part 1. I'll admit, I haven't been playing in this floor very well, but hopefully we don't get too punished for it in the future, the very, very near future. You're so close to death. And of course you had to hit me before the end, you big ol' dick muncher. Anyway, White Pony gets rerolled to Pageant Boy, which is not very good. I say we spend a little bit more time on this floor, because Pageant Boy is worthless. The more half-decent stuff we can get, the better our life is going to be. So, oh my god, thank god. I was looking for the secret room, but we also got Small Rock and Spirit Heart in there, so our damage is going to go up. There's a golden chest. A golden chest is another reroll pedestal. I have a feeling that in actuality, the Wound Part 1 might end up being a fairly long floor here. What's better, range upgrade or Pageant Boy? Doesn't really matter, because we're not going to be taking either of them. Unless we have to. We actually accidentally found the secret room by attacking Chubb. It's amazing how after some pretty dire straits here, it's actually looking like we've got some luck on our side. This is a dead end. Sacrificial Dagger, thank you very much. It's not a dead end, sorry. It's a dead end in this direction. And we're replenishing our health a little bit. I did take that half heart. That takes us off a half heart interval. As always, do as I say, not as I do. People always get mad at that, like when you're a kid. You're like, well, Mom, why are you holding me to these unreasonable expectations? Like, you know, do as I say, not as I do. That doesn't seem fair. It's super not fair. Your parents are saying, hey, don't make the same dumbass mistakes I made. Your life will be better as a result. Alright, Book of Shadows. That's it. And as a kid, I was the same way. I was like an entitled little shit. I was like, well, Mom, you got in trouble when you were a kid. Why can't I get in trouble? And she's like, hey, basically, hey, why don't you become like the greatest person that's ever lived or something like that instead of aspiring to be me? And I was like, whoa, that's deep as hell. I didn't have these conversations with my mom in that exact, you know, verbatim style. And my mom was a very good person. I was raised well, as you can probably tell from the totally normal, commentary I bring up in videos like this one, for example. But yeah, man, like, I can totally understand that. The because I said so defense, when you're a kid, you're like, because I said so is the greatest bullshit of all time. It's a good, the adults know what you're supposed to do as a kid. They know, hey, like, hey, don't put that in your mouth. Bunch of kids died putting plastic bags over their heads. I don't want you to be one of them. Yeah, whatever, Mom. You don't know anything about me. Poison bombs. I don't really want that. It must be, I mean, again, I don't know why parenting has come up so much in these recent videos, but maybe it's because I am always watching my cats and I'm like, hey, don't eat that, you're gonna choke on it. And then they're like, tell you what, I'm gonna eat it, fucker. Yeah, it must be frustrating to be a parent and watch your child make the same mistakes you made as a kid. I mean, it wouldn't necessarily break your heart thinking you turned out okay, probably. And, you know, presumably they could as well, but, everyone's done some stupid things in their life. It would be frustrating to see, you know, your offspring make those same decisions, is what I'm trying to get at. You don't have any right to necessarily, choose what your child does with their life, but I guess it would be nice to not see them do the same dumb things that you did. Do different dumb things. Be original, you know? Anyway, don't do the same dumb things kids have been doing since the 70s. Mom's pad. Not quite good enough. I didn't take the poison bombs either. To be honest with you, the poison bombs are actually pretty good play, I would think, because we already have 42 bombs. That would take us to nearly 50, and our bombs would do poison damage. So be it, though. More golden chests. This has been an interesting floor. Started out looking like this floor was gonna sunder me limb from limb. Remember, we were down to a half red heart for that conquest fight there. And I wouldn't have died there. I would have used the full health pill, but I really wanted to avoid using the full health pill. And luckily, I did, and now our health is much better off, and we ended up picking up the small rock, and now we have all these reroll pedestals that we're using. It's probably best to reroll Pageant Boy, to be honest with you, because then we can get other HP, tiers, damage, upgrades, etc., etc. But I think I'm going to stick rerolling this golden chest because it has, like, literally all of the items in the pool now. Harlequin Baby is takeable. It's takeable to the point where I can say, you know what, we'll reroll Pageant Boy instead, because we are getting close to the end of this floor. And unlike earlier floors, I don't want to sacrifice my HP to, bomb myself into oblivion just to get as many rerolls as possible. So, we'll see. Not holding out a ton of hope for getting, like, some incredible items here, but at least the best possible ones. And thank God we actually went through the entirety of this floor, because getting these spirit hearts helping out a great deal. I don't know why you would choose not to go for that there. If I could do this over again, what would I do? I would take the poison bombs back when we had the opportunity to do so. That was a silly decision on my part to not take them. And then I would have started focusing my rerolls on Pageant Boy. It probably won't end up making a major difference in the run, but it is something that I'll admit was just wrong, and I shouldn't have done it, so that's okay. I mean, it's not like it was morally wrong. It was just, not the best idea. Let's see if maybe we can get another tinted rock here. We're gonna get like 10 rocks exploded. Nothing at all. That's okay. And as we come down a little bit further, oh, we don't even have a reroll available for Pageant Boy anymore. Will I? Yeah, I will use one bomb to hurt myself. Lose a Spirit Heart, reroll Pageant Boy. Get a Spirit Heart back with bells on, including this pill here. What is this pill? Oh, bad gas. All right, wonderful. And the Lover's card, which is actually nice. And the Spirit Heart. And we get our full health pill again. So that ended up being a smart bomb, but apart from that, could have done better with the materials that we had there. Arcade, boss trap room, mini boss. Lots of interesting stuff going on in this floor, but I don't really like the arcade boss room combination. Once you get to this point in the game, it's just too risky, in my opinion. And I oftentimes find myself, when I used to do that regularly, oftentimes find myself getting killed. Because really, like, what's the best possible payout in all likelihood from a boss trap room plus an arcade? 2 HP upgrades. Now, even if you get those 2 HP upgrades, you probably have traded a lot more health to make it happen, and at this point, that's not really worth it, I think. You may disagree, and there are other possible outcomes that could conceivably be better, but they're niche circumstances, you know, they're relatively rare, I think. I can't believe that you're not dead. I really can't believe that I sincerely was surprised at your survival. Now, keep moving along here. Yeah, probably should fire on the one that actually exists for now. And looks like our mini-boss is, like, directly on path with us, which is weird. No, it's actually in the secret room, which is unfortunate because that shows me that we won't be able to bomb our way into the boss trap room. So be it, though. More keys, wonderful. We're definitely gonna need those. Yeah, and then the other thing is we could hurt ourselves a bunch and then go to the boss trap room and pop full health. But again, I don't think that's nearly as worth it as it is to save this full health pill for the, you know, as late as we can possibly use it, basically. I don't have a set position in mind. If we could save it till the end of the game and never use it, that would still be totally okay. But to have it is comforting and really improves the chances of success on our run. We're getting, like, every consumable, every room now. Alright, Mom's Heart, pardon me, should be super easy. We have more than enough bombs to even know what we can do with them. We do a lot of damage as well. So, you know, it's not Blue Candle, Brimstone, Mom's Knife, Polyphemus, etc., territory. But as you can see, for having, like, very traditional tier-type situations going on here, we're doing pretty well. We actually did take some damage. I think that was from there being a zombie that I couldn't see attached to Mom's Heart, which is kind of silly. Sacrificial Dagger did quite a bit of damage to Mom's Heart there, and this fight's basically over. So, we don't need the red heart for once. We'll go up to the cathedral. It's going to be an interesting fight against Isaac. Ooh, okay. Demon Judgment is a little bit of an exception to that rule that I talked about earlier. Still totally possible to get yourself killed on Demon Judgment and get basically nothing in return. That being said, it's also possible to snag an awesome Deal with the Devil item. So that's a situation where there's no right or wrong answer, I think. It could end up saving our run, or it could end up getting us killed. Very interesting. Those are the moments that I like in the Binding of Isaac, because really, anything could happen there. Was it worth using the death card here? I prefer to use it when it just kills all the enemies on the room, but we got pretty close to killing all the enemies in the room with it, so that's okay. So how am I going to handle Demon Judgment? I'm going to give him all of the red hearts that I can, based on the red hearts that are available on the floor. So if there's one red heart, as there is right now, and we don't need it, he gets it. If there's no red hearts, we don't give him any. We're not going to use our full health pill for Demon Judgment. Seriously, like, bringing a full health pill into that final boss fight is the best item. It basically is. It basically doubles your survivability. So, or maybe not doubles necessarily, but gives you a huge percentage upgrade on your survivability, depending on how much HP you go into the fight with. So, it's not worth giving up. Just for the possibility. If we got Mom's Knife or something like that, guaranteed, I would consider it. I would more than consider it. I would probably just happily take it. But as is, it's not quite worth it. And so that's bad damage on my part. Daddy Longlegs is like that because he just kind of, you know, sneaks out these feet, and you just got to kind of watch out for them. One of the hardest enemies to actually dodge. This move is easy to dodge if you've ever played Battletoads 1, obviously. And was that it? Was that it? It was. But the actual just like feet that he throws out from that position, I think, are very difficult. All right, so Demon Judgment gets 1 or 2 plays. And I say 1 or 2 because maybe it's like the Blood Bank where you can actually play twice for the same amount of HP. We'll see. It is, okay. I'll do it once more. I'm not ashamed. There we go. We got him to pay out with Mini Mush. And I re-rolled it into the Rosary, and that was an extremely good play. Extremely lucky, I'll admit. It's not like I knew that was going to happen. But Mini Mush is not going to win this run for us. The Rosary will allow us to go longer without using this full health pill. And if you're wondering why I'm harping on that strategy so much, it's worked in the past. Let's put it that way. So, just keep it up and down and all around here. We're going to have to do a lot of dodging, especially if... oh, you know what? Let's slow it down here. Especially if Sacrificial Dagger actually doesn't block shots. Oh my god, I can't believe I got hit by both of those, but that's okay. I'm just trying to tackle this one pretty much exclusively with bombs. Because, I mean, we don't have Mr. Mega. Man, I really should have taken Poison Bombs. That might end up being, like, a serious problem for me that I didn't do that. I still think it's better to handle this with bombs, to be honest with you. At least for now. I know I'm taking damage in the process. And if we had Mr. Mega, it would be a lot easier. The problem is that... You know what? Let's stop getting close to him to shoot these bombs. Instead, let's just shoot them in from afar. Oh my god. Okay, this is not going well. Might have to use full health against Isaac, but at least we have this full health pill to use against Isaac, you know? Shoot this bomb in. That worked really well. Bad Isaac fight, I'll admit. Best laid plans of Mice and Men didn't necessarily come to fruition there. go. He's nearly dead. And one more bomb should make it happen. If we could actually hit him with it, which we got hit in the process, actually. Be careful here. We'd at least like to get to a half-heart interval. And we still have full health. This could still work for us. So it's up to the next floor. And... okay, remote detonator. Holy water. Or a Babylon. And the pills. So the pills, extremely useful. We got another health upgrade. And I think it's almost worth hurting myself to get more pills and then using full health, but I'm not going to. Instead, and remote detonator is another one that could actually work out, you know, very much in my favor. But I think I'm going to re-roll them instead, as exciting as that might be. We get X-ray goggles, lifesteal, little Chad, and this is like all secret room and lifesteal items. I don't like them, so those will be another focus of re-rolls in the very near future. This is extremely bad damage on my part. Really do not want to use full health. Please. And you might be saying, why not pick up little Chad then? Well, picking up little Chad makes the miter worse, doesn't it? So, oh, there we go. Picking up little Chad makes the miter worse, thereby I think I would be silly to pick it up. So I'm not using my full health pill just in case we get a red heart at the end of this room. We don't. Now we have to use it. Not true, actually. We can come back here and re-roll. And we get 2 attack flies. We have to take full health now. Honestly, I think taking 2 attack flies is pretty solid. It might seem like I'm trying to be cute or like compromising here. I'm not. I really think that those 2 attack flies could end up making a pretty major difference. If I end up losing on this run, what am I going to chalk it up to? I think the last, like, winnable position that I passed up is remote detonator. I think if I picked up remote detonator, brought it into the boss fight, and just stacked up bombs around Blue Baby, I could make it happen. We haven't lost yet, though. We have a long way to go to get to that boss room, apparently. Okay, so we killed Sloth last year. This is extremely important. Again, as important as that full health pill was, so are tarot cards in their importance. Even something as simple as a Hierophant or Lover's card could end up making the difference between life and death. A Sun card could end up making the difference between a harrowing boss fight and a comfortable boss fight. So, and of course, then, you know, there could just be very disappointing trinkets as well, but, or not trinkets, tarot cards. Let's see what we might have on offer here. That's a Justice card, which may take us to a half-heart interval. In fact, it did. Which is fine, yeah, that, at the very least, that does make an impact. And I took some damage already because I'm mad because I'm bad. And we're just gonna keep moving along here. I'm getting a little scared, and I think justifiably so. Did I not have a reroll already there? I mean, if I had a reroll, I should have come back. But that's okay. Reroll these 2 items. We get Loki's Horns and the Necronomicon. Loki's Horns doesn't actually increase our rate of fire out of the front of our face. That's what people told me the last time I asked. So, I'm gonna forsake that for now. And just be cool here. A little scary. That's okay. That Guts is dead. We'll take out Brain Dude next. And then Brain Dude 2.0, the rebraining. Can we win the Blue Baby fight on this much HP? That's a darn good question, actually, that I don't have a convenient answer to. Now, with 30 bombs, I feel totally okay using some of them to hurt this boss. I can't believe I didn't get hit there. Yeah, bring it on, and the poop is what scares me here because it regenerates. I thought maybe I'd hit both of them there, but that's okay. And that didn't work as well as I thought. No, not at all. At least we took some poop out. That might save me some damage. Just gotta make sure I'm not standing on areas where it's gonna come back to life and really bother me. Well, we've simplified the fight by taking one of them out already. Now the second one. Hey, there we go. We don't want that half heart. And we got some chubs going on. That's fine. It's going very well so far. It's the slowest version of Chub. Chub 8. And if we can just... oh my god, why do you change direction midway through your fucking charge? That seems not possible. It's an ankle breaker. You should be dead now. Or now. Anytime in the... yes, thank you. That Spirit Heart, very, very important. Now, this is the most important reroll in a long time. We need basically a good spacebar item, and anything that could give us more Spirit Hearts right away would be lovely as well. Necronomicon is not it, by the way. Anarchist Cookbook is not it. Mr. Mega might just be it. And I guess, you know, we take Anarchist Cookbook into the boss fight and we'll get real fucking funky with it, but we have to put ourselves in a position where hopefully we don't get hit. Having 29 Mr. Mega Bombs is really just where I want to be. I think we'll start using Anarchist Cookbook once the Angel Fetuses start coming out. This is an interesting one. So, we're going to do exactly the same thing we did last time. I'm going to make the same mistakes, but this time I'm going to make them with Mr. Mega instead of just regular bombs. And just by cycling around here, we've given ourselves a better chance. How much better? I don't know. We're basically like in line with where we should be on this fight, which I think is better than we would have done with our tiers. And just keep it up. Keep it up. It still can't take a ton of damage here. The cycle is real, and I think we just won. Alright, Mr. Mega is very quickly climbing the ranks to become, like, basically just a game-winning item. That was super scary, but a little bit of ingenuity made it more than possible in the end. As always, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the run. If you did, click the like button. It helps out a lot. And, of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. But for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.